Positioning of the sun, everybody. The name is Blue Fang, and welcome back to another episode of the Hunger Games Simulator. Last time we did Steven Universe characters, and this time it's time for our series tradition of everybody who was previously in last place. This is a series tradition where we go back in the previous season and pick out the biggest losers and give them a shot at redemption. So for our cast intro, it's very simple. All we gotta do is say the episode they're from and point out the biggest loser of them all. Gene Belcher from Bob's Burgers, Bad Apple, Food Mascots. Pom Pom Pudding, Sanrio. Engineer, Team Fortress 2. Gunstar Blue, Sega characters. Also, I'm rooting for him. I bet you cannot guess why. Mr. Bull, Peppa Pig. Conga, Banjo-Kazooie. Chio Yumehara, I'm rooting for her too because Psyche K. Sheriff Toadster, Gartena Bonbon. Termite is the biggest loser. He was in the season... We do this every season. He was initially in the Season 4 episode of The Boys, and when he was brought back for Season 5 Redemption, he failed and lost first. So, he is the biggest loser. He can either win and redeem himself or lose again. If we want to see Termite again, he can win, redeem himself, and show up in the championship, or he can lose yet again and end up again for Season 7. If he loses first, he would be the first time in a long time. I think he would be the first time who ever three-peat. Right? Yeah, I think he would be the first three-peat. Quasi, Octonauts, Purgil, Ahsoka, Vector, Despicable Me, Sharks, Mixels, Zalgo. I think Creepypastas? Rhea, Disventure, Cringer, Psychonaut. Sidekicks, not Psychonauts. Julie Han, K-pop. Yojing Ling, Vocaloid. The Dream Men, I think Analog Horror. Charizard, Ash's Pokemon. Danny Dennison, Hocus Pocus. Jack, 2000s video game characters. And Noah Grossman, Smosh. Either way, I've already said who I root for, and I think the cast was introduced. Who is the biggest loser, and who is the most fluked? Who had the biggest fluke? As a tribute to in there's Podium's Horn. Zalgo takes a sickle, Mr. Bull, Jack, and Noah run away. Cringer stays at the cornucopia for resources, Purge runs away, Quasi shoots a poisonous blow dart into Gunstar Blue's neck, slowly killing him. Ah, fuck you, Quasi. That means Gunstar Blue is tonight's biggest loser, and will be the biggest loser next season. Charizard and Sharks run away. Sheriff Toaster scares Yumehara away. Vector runs away. Ling gets a backpack. Termite runs away. Engineer and Conga fight Pom Pom Pudding and Julie. Pom Pom Pudding and Julie survive. Jean and Rhea fight for a bag. Rhea strangles Jean with the straps and runs. Danny runs away. The Dream Man steps off his podium too soon and blows up. Charizard fishes. Yumehara overhears Jack and Ling talking in the distance. Bad Apple picks flowers. Noah and the Sheriff Toadster split to search resources. Mr. Bull and Termite fight Pom Pom Pudding and Purgil. Pom Pom Pudding and Purgil survive. Damn. Danny picks flowers. Zalgo shoots a poisonous blow dart into Rhea's neck, slowly killing her. Vector searches for firewood. Cringer discovers a river. Quasi defeats Sharks in a fight but spares his life. And Julie receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. 8 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Over a quarter of the cast is dead already. Gunstar Blue from District 3, the Engineer from District 2, Conga from District 4, Jean from District 1, the Dream Man from District 10, Mr. Bull from District 3, Termite from District 5, and Rhea from District 8. With that, District 3 is completely down. And we have 17 survivors left standing. From 24 to 17. You have 4 kills already, goddamn. Ling tends to our wounds. Zalgo starts a fire. Noah starts a fire. Yumehara, Danny, and Pom Pom Pudding discuss the games what might happen in the morning. Julie poisons Shark's drink, but mistakes it for her own and dies. Alright, so Julie's dead. Bad Apple passes out from exhaustion. Cringer defends Charizard, Sheriff Toaster, and Jack away from his fire. Vector and Purgil talk about the tribute still alive, and Quasi tries to sing himself to sleep. Pom Pom Purine discovers the river. Vector forces Toaster to kill Purgil or Cringer. He decides to kill Purgil. Quasi questions his sanity. Zalgo receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Jack is pricked by thorns of picking bears. Yumehara goes hunting. Bad Apple chases Danny. Charizard gets clean water. Sharks fishes. Ling travels to higher ground, and Noah discovers a river. 2 cannon shots. Julie and Purgil. We go from 17 to 15 survivors. And I still think that the only district out is 3. Here we go. Charizard stabs Pom Pom Purine while his back is turned. Danny and Vector hold hands. Bad Apple receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Jack, Ling, and Zalgo sleep in shifts. Sheriff Toadster tends to his wounds. Cringer sings himself to sleep. Yumehara like sharks into a shelter. Noah and Quasi talk about tribute still alive. Bad Apple forces Sharks to kill Ling or Quasi. He decides to kill Quasi. Zalgo and Yumehara split up search for resources. Vector receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Sheriff Toadster steals from Danny while she isn't looking. Jack sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Charizard kills Noah with his own weapon, and Cringer collects fruit from a tree. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Pom Pom Purine from District 2, Quasi from District 6, and Noah from District 12. I legitimately lost track of how many are alive, so I'm gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we have 11 survivors, so we're over halfway done. 3 and 6 are completely out. No, 2, 3, and 6 are completely dead. And 11 survivors. Danny attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Bad Apple and Ling huddle for warmth. Zalgo tends to his wounds. Yumehara starts a fire. Shark stays awake all night. Cringer sets up camp for the night. Charizard begs for Jack to kill him. He refuses, keeping Charizard alive. Vector taints Sheriff Toadster's food, killing him. Yumehara receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Zalgo scares Vector off. Bad Apple questions his sanity. Ling receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Cringer and Danny hunt for other tributes. Sharks begs for Charizard to kill him. He refuses, keeping Sharks alive. Jax makes a tries to spearfish with a trident. 1 cannon shot, Sheriff Toadster, District 5, making it 2, 3, 5, 6 completely out, from 11 survivors to the top 10. Alright, here we go. Sharks, Vector, Cringer, and Charizard sleep in shifts. Yumehara fends Danny, Jack, and Ling away from her fire. Bad Apple attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful, and Zalgo starts a fire. Bad Apple makes a slingshot. Vector silently snaps Ling's neck. Yumehara receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Danny goes hunting. Charizard overpowers Cringer, killing him. Zalgo chases Sharks. Jack accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Ling from District 10, Cringer from District 9, and Jack from District 12. And so, with that, Districts 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 12 are completely done. And we go from 10... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, from 10 survivors to 7. Proceed. Sharks attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Vector and Zalgo fight Yumehara and Charizard. Yumehara and Charizard survive. Daniel lets Bad Apple into her shelter. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, weapons, and memoirs from Chibi's families. Shark sobs while gripping a photo of his friends and family, as everyone else decided not to go. Yumehara forces Sharks to kill Bad Apple or Danny. He decides to kill Bad Apple. And Charizard travels to higher ground. 3 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Vector from District 7, Zalgo from District 8, and Bad Apple from District 1. With that, Districts 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12 are completely out. Somehow District 11 is completely healthy, and we have 4 survivors remaining. Sharks climbs a tree to rest. Danny receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Yumehara falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Damn it! You were so close! Why do Why do I always let down? Charizard tends to his wounds. Charizard tends to Shark's wounds. Danny collects fruit from a tree. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Yumehara from District 4. With that, Districts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12 are completely out. 11 is still somehow completely healthy as we are down to 3 survivors. Sharks uses medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Danny falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Charizard attempts to climb a tree but falls to his death. How do you do this? You have wings. Anyways, Sharks is the winner. So then let's proceed to next season's biggest loser, and one of the people I was rooting for is Gunstar Blue. 23rd, Engineer. In 22nd, Conga. In 21st, Gene Belcher. In 20th, The Dream Man. In 19th, Mr. Bull. In 18th, slightly redeemed and never coming back, Termite. In 17th with a kill, Rhea. In 16th with 2 kills, Julie Hahn. In 15th with 2 kills, Purgil. In 14th with 4 kills to his name, Pom Pom Parin. In 13th with a kill is Quasi. In 12th, Noah Grossman. And 11th with 1 kill, Sheriff Toadster. In 10th, Yuzheng Lei. Ling. In 9th, Cringer. In 8th, Jack. In 7th with 2 kills, Vector Perkins. In 6th with a kill, Zalgo. In 5th, Ban Apple. In 4th with 2 kills, Chiyo Yumehara. In 3rd, our farthest going pacifist, a little kid, Danny Dennison. In 2nd with 5 kills, Charizard. The winner with 2 kills is Sharks from Mixels. So with that, Sharks will be going into our Season 7 championship episode, and Gunstar Blue will see him again in last place of Season 7 next season. Biggest loser, redeemed. Around average length, and here's the stats. In 12th, 3. In 11th, 2. In 10th, 6. In 9th, 5. In 8th, 10. In 7th, 9. In 6th, 12. In 5th, 8. In 4th, 1. In 3rd, 4. In 2nd, 11. And in 1st, 7. Nice. Anyways, that's going to conclude it for our series tradition of whoever's in last place gets to compete again. Next episode, or next Sunday, I completely forgot what it was, so give me a second. We're going to be doing 2000s cartoon characters. Cartoon characters who made their debut in 2000. So, yeah, stay tuned for that if you want to see it. But until that time happens, the name is Blue Fang, and I bid you all a good west positioning of the sun, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.